Mustn't do's of putting. Okay, there's probably three big ones here that we want to keep an eye on. Certainly to help your putting, we want to avoid these things. Now, I'm more of a coach that's more about what we should be doing rather than what we shouldn't be doing, but these things are pretty obvious when you see them in somebody else. So I'm going to try and demonstrate these three things and see if you can find out if there's anything in there that applies to yourself as a golfer or as a putter. Mustn't do's is kids at Christmas. We all want to know whether or not the ball's gone in the hole. Of course, that's interesting. It tells us how we've done. If there was ever a time where keep your head down really truly applied in golf, because it doesn't apply to your full game, I can assure you of that, because you'll end up in hospital if you try and keep your head down. But in putting, we want to, if you watch all the best in the world, they will be making their stroke, holding for a second or two, and then taking a look after. What we see a lot in amateur golf or club level golf is this: having a good old look before you've even struck it. So there's probably every chance, if you've had a bit of a look that way with your eyes and your head, your shoulders will follow, the boss will follow, and usually the ball will go left, or at some point you might even make a compensatory subconscious action to try and get the thing back online. So whatever we want to do, we definitely want to be looking for the grass underneath the ball, counting for maybe 2 seconds. And if you can discipline yourself, use your ears rather than using your eyes. That's must do number one. Must do number two is quitting on your putt, or not really accelerating through your putt. So decelerating is probably one of the other things that we do see a lot of in amateur golf and in club level golf. And that'll look something like this. We've got about a 4 or 5 foot putt here in front of us. And we might find that there's all of a sudden a gigantic takeaway and then a stopping of the putter. First of all, that turns into a hit. Secondly, it's not a confident move at the ball, it's more of a reaction to a gigantic overswing. So for a putt of maybe, let's say, 4 to 6 feet, we really only need something like that. We don't want to see big to small and stopping. They're probably the two biggest no-nos. Probably the third no-no, if we were going to have one, in my opinion, is having the ball somewhere behind the middle of your feet. We're almost into a chipping position here. Now that's fine when you've got loft on your side, but we don't have any loft here on the putter. We've only got a couple of degrees. This is going to promote a downward attack on the ball, which will get the ball spinning backwards quite fiercely. It's hard to notice, but if we put a really high-speed camera right up on the golf ball, you'll actually notice it spinning backwards. Now that'll shoot it offline immediately. Ball position too far back in the stance for putting. A downward stroke, and if we were to combine all of those things together, well then we've got 3 real big no-nos. So we don't want to go looking at it too early. We want to make sure we stroke the ball, look for the grass under the ball, count for a second or two if you can, then take a look. We certainly want to be making more of a smaller backstroke, if anything, than a through stroke. So we want your backstroke to be slightly smaller, if anything, with more of a follow through rather than the other way around. And lastly, anything that's hitting down on the ball with a putt is no good. We want upness in contact with our putter. Therefore, the ball has to be under your left eye line and certainly left of the middle. So have a look at those 3 no-nos for yourself. See if they apply to where you are in your golf and in your putting in particular at the moment. We hope they help you with your confidence, and that we hope that they promote constant results.